Beginner Meditation, Week 2. In the world of meditation, there's so much we could cover, but I would be remiss if I didn't hammer home the foundation. This week, we will dig a little deeper into your breathing techniques. I will explore where you are currently and best practices for getting the most out of your session. Have you noticed a shift in the ease or depth of your meditation experience? For the last 7 days, you've been sitting for 5 minutes each session. Do you remember how difficult that was the first time? You may find that you're looking forward to your sessions now and that the time flies by quickly. It's not the length of a sitting that creates long-term change, but the fact that you are taking the time and setting the intention that you are going to meditate and sit as long as you can. For this reason, you'll be continually reminded each week about the importance of practicing consistently. If you haven't been sitting in meditation every day, spend a few moments considering the obstacles that got in your way. If anything got in your way during your session, log those in your journal. Let's work on keeping your commitment to yourself and meditate with no distractions if possible. Those days that you missed a session, if you wanted to meditate, you could have made it work somehow. Don't let excuses rob you of a habit that will benefit every area of your life. You're the most important person in your world. Try not to be hard on yourself and simply pick up where you left off. To be of service to others, you have to keep yourself healthy and centered. Remember that every time you get on a plane and listen to the safety precautions presentation, the flight attendant urges you to put on your oxygen mask first. Think of meditation as a way to give yourself the very air you need. For those of us who have been meditating for years, that's exactly how it feels. Breath awareness. The breath is one of the most important aspects of meditation. It acts as a point of focus and gives us a direct way to affect our sense of physical well-being. By simply taking deeper breaths, our physiology naturally responds. It relaxes and opens. If we become distracted by thoughts at any time in our meditation session, we can always return our attention to the breath. It's an ever-present, soothing rhythm. In both meditation and our daily lives, increasing our awareness of the feeling and sound of our breath can lead us to greater awareness and a calmer mind. Before we continue, let's take a moment to consider how you're breathing right now. Gently feel how your belly and chest rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. Are your breaths shallow and fast? Or are they slow and deep? Notice if your exhale is longer than the inhale, or vice versa. No one answer is better than the other. These are simply things to watch and become aware of. Even as you read through this lesson, simply be aware or mindful. The breath. Breath sustains life. Every time we breathe, we choose to be a part of this thing we call life. We welcome in the air to oxygenate the nearly 30 trillions of cells in our body and send out the carbon dioxide to be recycled after we've used it. The breathing process is the inhale and exhale. There is a brief moment of space between each breath on the inhale and exhale, which completes the cycle of breathing. When taking in the air, it provides our body with the essential substance we need to sustain this life we live. With each inhale, we draw into ourselves a vital aspect of life. Through inhaling, we attract, invite, allow, and receive. In this way, we open up ourselves to all that life has to offer. We open ourselves up to the universe and the many blessings it has for everyone. All of us know how good it feels to step off an airplane or out of a smoky room and take our first big breath of fresh air. The whole world opens up again. We immediately feel reinvigorated. When we're in an atmosphere that feels negative for any reason, from a cigarette smoke-filled room to an angry person yelling harsh words, we tend to shut down our inhale and don't realize we do it. Just for a minute, without changing anything yet, place some attention on the way you're inhaling right now. Pay attention to where your breathing originates. Are you breathing from your chest or stomach? Start taking bigger, deeper breaths, still focusing only on your inhale. How does your body feel when you breathe in fully, filling your lungs with air? Notice the experience in your whole body: head, chest, belly, arms, and legs. Pay attention to the muscles as they relax because of the air traveling throughout the body. What are the physical sensations you are feeling right now? Are there any non-physical sensations or thoughts that come to mind? I want you to sit here for a minute. I want you to tune into this for several minutes. I need you to understand the messages your body tells you through the aches, pain, and thoughts that occur. What do you feel? What thoughts come to mind? Continue the deep breathing in and out. Feel your being feel rejuvenated. 1. The exhale. Releasing and radiating. Exhaling is the way our body releases air we've used and offers it to other forms of life, like plants. Both literally and symbolically, the process of breathing out is a manner of letting go. We release carbon dioxide, and through this very action, lymph fluid gets pumped through bodies and our muscles relax. This, the letting go, is an essential and helpful part of life. You've probably heard the expression, breathed a sigh of relief. That's the way it feels to exhale. It's taking all the tension that is inside of us and all the tension that builds from inhaling and letting it all disappear. There's a feeling of satisfaction when we breathe out. Our needs have been met and we can rest. Exhaling can also be thought of as an opportunity to radiate well wishes out into the universe. It can be a way of sending our intentions out to find their manifestation. Our society already understands this. Just remember the last birthday party you went to, the birthday girl or boy makes a wish just before blowing out the candles. Take a minute to become aware of your breath as you exhale. How does your body feel when you let the air out of your lungs? Are there any non-physical sensations associated with this? Notice the experience in your whole body, head, chest, belly, arms and legs. Tune into this for several minutes. 2. The space between the breath. Stillness. Now that you've explored the inhale and the exhale, it's time to address the more passive part of the breathing cycle, the space between the breath. This occurs both at the point just before inhalation and at the point just before exhalation. It is also often described as the moment when you are neither inhaling nor exhaling. Without holding air in or forcing it out, simply take note of this moment when no air is flowing in either direction. Concentrate on this for a few breath cycles. There's a deep peace, stillness. See if you can feel it. Within this space exists pure possibility. When your focus is brought here, the space between the breath naturally expands, and both the inhale and the exhale organically deepen. It's an almost magical way of changing your rate of breath and helping your body relax. Breathing cycle. All these parts of breathing make up the breath cycle. Take some time now to explore the full cycle in its entirety. Pay attention to all the different parts, the inhale, the exhale, and the two spaces between the breath, bringing consciousness to each as you go along. Pay attention to the different parts that feel concerning each other. Tune in to the way they complement one another. Perhaps there's a sense of fulfillment, completion, as you move from beginning to end. Perhaps you feel peace at how natural and inevitable this process is. Breathing practices. Now that you understand the breath cycle and how significant a role breathing plays in meditation, do your best to apply what you know as a means to enhance your practice. Each distracting thought is a great opportunity to return awareness to your breathing and reconnect with the ever-present flow of air being brought in and released back out. Meditation for relaxation. Several very simple breathing practices are done to aid in stress reduction and general relaxation. Some of them may originate with an ancient meditation tradition, and the mediator may invent others to have an effective customized program. Here's an example of a simple breathing meditation. First, through your nose, take a nice, long breath, slowly, deeply. Let it out your mouth. If you care to, let out a nice, long sigh to release any tension you may have. Making an audible "ah" sound while exhaling can help relax the tenser body parts. Next, focus your attention on the emptiness of your lungs. Wait until your lungs feel ready to fill with air again. Through your nose again, inhale slowly, filling your lungs to their greatest capacity. When you feel almost ready to burst, let out a nice "ah" on the exhale. Repeat 3 times. It's important to try and not be embarrassed when exhaling. Be loud with your "ah" if it feels right. Another simple technique involves paying attention to the breath at the point of entry and exit through the nostrils. The very sensation of the breath entering and leaving the nostrils is used as the point of focus for the entire sitting. Simple adaptations can be made to meditations such as this. For example, you might slow your breath specifically on the exhale so that breathing out takes twice as long